What's up, guys? My name is Cory, and today we are reacting to the new Bad Omens song, Left for Good. Now, I followed Bad Omens for the last 10 years because Noah actually used to live in the area my first bands played in. He lived in Richmond. I lived in Virginia Beach. We played in Virginia Beach. But between Virginia Beach and Richmond is about a 2-hour drive, and a lot of bands would play both cities just for the exposure. A lot of bands in both areas. There was a big hardcore and metalcore scene there. So Noah's bands would play in Richmond and Virginia Beach. My bands would play in Virginia Beach and Richmond. So we constantly would cross paths, see each other at shows, things like that. And we knew he'd be successful. He was doing vocal covers on YouTube, had a big Tumblr following. The guy just oozed, superstar kind of, and he had that mentality that he was going to do that. And it's cool to see because we always thought he would. We just didn't know where it was going to be. Unfortunately, those areas, like anything, kind of have good bands, but you wait for something to stick out. I think once he actually went off and did Bad Omens, it really became something where this is actually showing Noah's potential. It's really going to grow into something great as long as he can stick with it. And of course, 10 years later, that's exactly what has happened. I do think people like Nick on drums are really adding something to the product because they know what they're doing. They're not trying to do too much. They understand that they're adding to the product. And then you've got someone like Noah, who's a great vocalist that's really involved in the songwriting process and understands that. So there's just a lot of people working on this project that make it successful and makes it good. It reminds me of old school Linkin Park, where there's a little something for everybody. You've got a little bit of heavy, you've got some songs that are a little lighter. It appeals to guys, girls, kids, adults, I mean everything. So it's a good gateway band to get you into metalcore, and it's really something that can be mass marketable. So I'm interested to hear this new song because you never know what you're going to get. I kind of enjoy a little bit more of the industrial stuff they're doing nowadays, but let's go ahead and check this tune out. Alright guys, before we get started, if you can, subscribe to the channel, like and share the video. It's a huge help in growing the channel, and I appreciate every single person who watches even a second of my videos. Thank you so much. Now let's go ahead and check out Bad Omens, Left for Good. Alright, here we go. Bad Omens, baby. Check it out. What's with everyone doing these kind of squarish videos, like super old school? Ooh, beautiful visuals. Alright. And this track got a vibe to it, damn. Okay. Creative melody, I love it. Man, Noah with that haunting vocal, man. This has like a shade of Just Pretend. It definitely reminds me of that, but still different. I love that like pulsing synth that they throw into songs. It adds a lot to the drum groove, surprisingly. And Nick honestly kills the drums. It's like he doesn't do too much. He tries not to be like the center of attention, which I enjoy. A lot of drummers are like, hang on, let me show a little bit of class and some chops here. But Nick is very much like, no, play for the song, which is awesome. And yeah, this song paints a really cool, like, feeling. It really gets your emotions kind of stirring in a weird way, which feels very much like something they would have had on Death of Peace of Mind. I think Bad Omens has really found their niche. And just building up to the breakdown. Yeah, and like, this is pure... Nice, alright, yeah, hell yeah. Go on, boy. This is pure Bad Omens. Way heavier, though, I will say that. Super heavy. Just super cool. It's like video game music, but with breakdowns. It's fantastic. That kind of reminded me of Van a little bit. It's just a great representation of where, like, sometimes less is more, man. Simplicity can just really be more attractive than complexity. Like, very 9 Inch Nails here, but they just said, oh, let's make the guitars heavier. I also love that they don't just do it quick and take it away. They really make you feel these breakdown rhythms. Like these parts that are just hitting, they do them an extra time or two and really make you feel them. Yeah, I mean, banger track, man. Banger track for Bad Omens. Interesting video. I do always kind of like a video that has a storyline and it doesn't always just show the people playing music. Does that mean it has to be that way? No. It's just kind of cool because you do get a little bit more of an artistry feel to it. So I'm not sure if this was their brainchild or if somebody kind of created something to go along with the music. But yeah, just badass. And I will say again, as a drummer, I'm kind of reacting. Nick, I love that his stuff is so simplistic because I know he could play it. I mean, he could play anything he wants. He could play and be way more over the top and complicated if he felt like it. He just is really playing to the song and adding just the right enough, amount of flair to make the song interesting from a rhythmic standpoint. Not too much for your casual listener to sit there and not appreciate, but enough to where someone like me, a metal drummer, sits there and goes, damn, there's some good stuff in here. It really plays well for the song. It makes the song hit as a whole. And for me, I'm about that. We call it orchestration because you're kind of orchestrating everyone together, making sure that all the pieces fit and not each person just going off on their own tangent or trying to, equal each other's energy. Sometimes when a guitarist is soloing, people will do a lot of crazy drum fills and ghost notes to try and make it seem like they're keeping up with the guitarist, and sometimes it can be too much for your casual listener. So this was awesome because it wasn't too much for your casual listener. If anything, it was catered to a casual listener, but with enough to keep somebody like me interested. So well done, Bad Omens, as always. That was Bad Omens, Left for Good. Another banger track where I just don't understand how they make these ideas work so well. The song is so melodic, but also super industrial and super heavy without being complicated or having to really skew away from the formulaic approach. Now, not to say it's bad formulaic, but you kind of know what's going to happen. And the cool part is you don't care. It's like you like the parts enough that it doesn't matter that it doesn't blow you away or surprise you. They do some really cool things, and you can tell that they're still paying attention to what metal bands are doing now. Some of their other artists that they're probably touring with or artists that they're paying attention to. There's definitely that vibe where when they collaborated with Poppy on Van, that it feels like they've stuck to that, where they've understood that there's a few other artists that definitely are recreating the sound that they're going for, and that they are really trying to create a umbrella of sound for that. They're really trying to do that industrial metal thing that feels fresh and new, even though it might not necessarily be groundbreaking. The way they're doing it is groundbreaking, and I think that's pretty awesome. So yeah, if you guys can, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments, and I will see you on the next video. Peace out.